continuing with instruction with regard to library database navigation, and here we've left off with these results, right? 1,127 sources: cloning sheep, humans, United States, keeping in mind that the grouped words necessitate those quotations on the outside on both sides. So obviously, once we've gotten to this point, you don't want to read 1,127 sources to be sure that they match up to what you are searching for, what suits your research paper. But it's not a bad idea to at least begin looking at these sources, clicking on the titles, and scrolling down once you do so to read the abstracts. The abstracts are essentially synopses, right? A summary of what the article's about. So once you read that summary and you think, okay, that suits my research or it doesn't, that's a good way to go rather than reading, of course, the whole thing. Moving along. So this is one database only, right? That would be useful as far as search is concerned, right? So that's just one database out of the A through Z. Others that you can do advanced searches in include Project Muse, which has a great deal of collection of literature, criticism, history, things like this. Project Muse allows for the same sort of formula that we just used to do an advanced search. You begin searching a term, it gives you an option to continue advanced using other terms, right, as an advanced search. So Project Muse is one of them. Another one that's useful in that A through Z list is JSTOR. So we're going up to J here. Of course, this is A through Z. Keep that in mind. Here we're at JSTOR. JSTOR has a lot of scholarly journal articles. It's really journal storage. Historical criticism, literature, a whole wide range of different things. And here you can do an advanced search, not unlike what you've done or what we walked through when it comes to Academic Search Complete. So that's another useful database is JSTOR. Ethnic News Watch is another one. So these are all, of course, on the list from A to Z. Ethnic News Watch, of course, is a global news source of historically, historic events that have happened, recorded in journalistic form. Another one that's very useful is Opposing Viewpoints in Context. It might be useful for your research because it gives you several sides to stories that are more current. So current things that are happening today. Certainly, I think we would know what will come up, of course. So that's something. If you did an advanced search, again, here's that option. Using the Boolean operators and or not, you can find your sources this way through Opposing Viewpoints in Context. And this is just scratching the surface of the database. However, this is a good start. Certainly a good start when we're going to be doing this little activity today. That will essentially be homework, I suppose, because everything is homework now. And I'm hoping that you'll send it to me. I will be giving instruction on a separate video, a fourth video, once we get there. But lastly, let's just talk about one more thing before I give you instruction with regard to classwork. Back to the library homepage. When in doubt, and you're looking for something and you can't find it, and it's not a physical source, you don't go to Classic Catalog. If it's not a physical source, OneSearch is your friend too. OneSearch is essentially the Google of the library database. So what you would do if you're, let's say, looking for certain titles, right? Here I've already had some titles that I've looked at. Paradoxes of Lament, right? In quotations, a title of something. Let's say a professor says, find this book or find this article, not book, find this article, and you don't really know where to go about finding it. Put in that quote, or find anything by a certain author. Put that author's name in the OneSearch field, and then click away, and this will give you the results as well. So if you have, no idea where to begin, OneSearch isn't a terrible way to start. However, if it's specific to databases, and this is something to keep in mind for today's activity, if it's specific to databases, then you would want to use the articles and databases A through Z table of contents, essentially, is what it is, right? A list of articles and databases from A to Z. And OneSearch, as soon as it comes on, we're using a lot of the internet today, may or may not have some results after clicking that. It might take some time. It does, right? One result, something that I was looking for. Okay, so when in doubt, that's the way to go.